It is time for your weekly breakdown on the latest in entertainment, sports, pop culture, and all things Milwaukee. This is Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. Now streaming on 1017 The Truth YouTube with the witty banter, latest trends on social media, and hottest celebrity topics, here is Melanie Ricks.
What's up, y'all? Hello. Happy Wednesday to ya. Welcome to Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. My name is Mel in Stu with @the Jason Smith on Instagram, but Jason Smith in real life. Hey, Jay.
We here, Mel.
How you
Another
doing?
beautiful week.
Another beautiful week. Every time I call you Jay, I'm like, don't call him that. He's not Jay. Jay is Jay.
Everybody call me Jay. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, do they? Do they call
Yeah,
both of
like
y'all
my
Jay?
family.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So
it's
yeah,
just
no, that's
Jay.
cool.
Oh, bet. Okay, then. Hey, Jay. What's up? How you doing?
Fantastic. How about you, Mel?
I'm doing well. I was laughing today because the Bucks last night, Yanni got so we're recording this on Tuesday. Y'all are gonna see this on Wednesday. But last night the Bucks they won, and it was a really good win, by the way. It was at home. And Yanni, he like blocked a shot at the end, and he like literally the tip of his finger blocked the shot. And the Packers blocked a field goal on Sunday against the Bears. And a little bit of a tip is what hit the ball. And so the Packers posted a photo saying just the tip. And then the Bucks posted a photo saying just the tip. And it made me laugh. I'm like, yes, this is how we do social media. I'm really
Sense of
into
humor.
it.
Add that to the sports. I
You
love
have
it.
to. I think it's very important. I really do. But no, it was really, really good game. I'm really excited because the Bucks were getting into the flow of things. You know what I'm saying? We're finding our rhythm, and I really like rooting for both teams. And it got me thinking, when it comes to, being an avid sports fan, I normally I stay with Wisconsin sports, but I know people who kind of like delve into other arenas, if you will. And I'm like, I don't know if I could have like more than one. Like, okay, so I look at the Bucks, the Packers, the Brewers. They're all like one kind of group. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I could also root for the Warriors because I'm more of like a one team kind of gal. And it got me thinking. I feel like I'm like that in like life and in relationships as well, a little bit too. Where I'm normally like a one guy kind of gal, but like I don't know, Jason. Lately, I've been thinking about the idea of not being monogamous. Only because
Huh?
I know. It's giving
What's going
raggy.
on, Mel?
Listen, Jason, we don't have time to get into my personal life, but no, just kidding. I don't know, I've just been really thinking about it, y'all. Dating is hard. It has not become any easier. How old are you again?
24.
24. I'm 33. Okay, so I hate that for us. I'm 9 years older than you, Jason. Does it feel like that?
No, we be chilling.
I
I
feel
ain't gonna
you
lie. I feel older than 24. That sounds crazy.
Do you?
But when I talk, I feel older than 24. Because sometimes I talk to people my age,
Yeah.
it don't be the same. Then when I talk to people older than me, I relate to them way more. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, you definitely come off as older than 24 in a good way.
Yeah.
And I think it's great that you come off older than what you are, but you're younger than how you do. Because obviously youth is great. We love that for you. You're only 24, and I think that's beautiful. But also, I think it's great that you seem to have like, I want to say old soul.
Oh, I do.
You do have an old soul?
I Stevie Wonder. I listen to the old music. I listen to everything old. I ain't gonna lie.
Is it because your grandma? You think
Yeah,
so?
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I was raised really by my granny's sister, so my great aunt. So
That's right. Okay. Well, and being raised by a woman too, I think, they put a certain type of wisdom onto you. So then you're going to be a great guy to talk to about this. But yeah, I was thinking about it. Like I said, the Bucks, they played last night. The Packers played on Sunday. I root for those two teams, and it seems natural because they're Wisconsin teams. But again, I don't think I could root for another state. And it really did get me thinking, like, why is that I'm so committed to like the Wisconsin of it all? And sure, it may be because I'm a Wisconsinite, but I also think I'm just that type of girl where I'm just committed to one entity at a time. And it seems so silly, but I really started like getting deep in my thought. Like, I wonder if maybe being committed to just one individual is not a natural state. It feels very natural to root just for Wisconsin teams. Again, probably because I'm a Wisconsin girly, but it doesn't always feel natural to just date one guy. And the reason why is because dating is hard, as I started saying before. I have a lot of different like interests and things that I want to do. And I feel like one guy can't always take care of those things. Like sometimes when I date a guy, he's not really as into, well, I don't want to say not as into sports because that, not that it's weird, but I feel like sports is like you have to be into sports. You just do. Right? I don't
Well,
know.
that's because that's your profession. That's literally what you do. So
That's
I can
true.
understand that.
Yeah. But like there's some guys where like I like going to the movies or I like going to concerts or even going to music festivals, but like not every guy is gonna be into it. And when I say that, Jason, I'm talking like it's Halloween and we're going trick-or-treating and we're taking my dogs and we're all dressing up as a family. Like I like doing weird stuff like that, but not all guys like that. So let's say we're in this season of dating, which we are, that's fine. If you're single, in theory, you're in a season of dating, unless you're like purposefully not dating. But I feel like, it's always out there in the universe. And lately, I just been feeling like certain guys are good for certain things. Is that bad?
I got different girls for different area codes. You feel what I'm saying?
I
Like,
100% understand. And you're so sweet. That's how I know he was raised by his great aunt because he said girls for different area codes. You're so sweet. I love that. But nah, real talk. I want to get into the idea of being monogamous. And I want to know, is it natural to be monogamous? Let us know in the comments. Before you even continue on with this episode, let us know, in your opinion, do you think it is natural to be monogamous? And by the end of this, we'll see if our viewpoints have shifted. So I'm going to defer to you, Jason. Do you think it is natural, yes or no?
no, it's not natural.
You were quick to respond.
That's not natural.
Is that a question?
That was built off of societal, I don't want to say pressures, but those are societal rules. Like that was not always around. We were just talking about it even before the episode.
Yep.
If we look at the history of all of this, especially we going back to Africa where life started.
Yeah.
It was a man had multiple relationships. If you
Yes,
go
he
into
did.
the Middle East, if you're talking about Islam,
Right.
they still got
Facts.
a lot of them still got multiple. Muhammad from Islam had like 9 wives. So I mean, that's really, and that was way before America was even thought of.
Right.
I think the idea of monogamy started to come in with religion, and especially just living in America. We get pushed this American dream,
Yep.
husband, wife, kids,
Facts.
nice house in the suburbs, and
Facts.
we get pushed this idea, so we get programmed, and then we growing up thinking that's what we want. You hit me with that question earlier when you was like, when I told you I want a wife and kids and stuff, you was like, is that what you really want? Or were you programmed to believe that?
Right.
And that changed everything for me. Because it's like, no, I think we were programmed to believe in monogamy, but I
Yeah.
think our nature is poly.
I agree with that. I do. Because, I mean, I'm actually going to refer to one of my girlfriends who she was at one point in an open relationship, but only on the guy side. And she said, well, I'm good. I think he's enough for me. But he told me he doesn't think that one woman can fulfill his needs. They were in a long distance relationship at the time, so I know that was part of it. But I felt offended for her. However, that was like 2-3 years ago, and my thoughts have evolved. Like I kind of get it now, and I don't think there's anything wrong with having, with compartmentalizing, if you will, because I mean we all have evolving tastes and interests. I don't think that one individual can always necessarily keep up with that. And I would hate to see a relationship suffer because you start to grow and evolve as a human and you still love that individual, but now you want to explore other avenues, you want to do other things. And what if that person doesn't want to do those things with you? So it's like, oh, I'm supposed to just do that by myself. You know what I mean? And I'm being like kind of like more PG about it right now. Like I'm thinking like, oh, I want to go to the museum. If you don't like the museum, I'm gonna find a guy who does. Like, but it's not just that. Like,
It get deeper than that.
it get deeper than that. Like, let's be honest. Like with my friend, it was about sex. Like he was basically saying, you're not enough. You don't live here. I need to get it more often than what you can give it to me. So I am going to see other women. And I admire the fact that he was honest. At least it wasn't like, yeah, for sure. No, monogamous, for sure. And then, was doing dirt behind her back. Like, I respect the honesty, but I think I would feel a way if I were the woman in that situation where it's like, well, you're enough for me, but I'm not enough for you. I think it would have to be the same on both sides. I don't know.
Was she faithful to him?
She was.
I don't know
That's
about
tough,
that one.
right?
I think that she should have been doing what she doing too. Because
Yeah.
Deke having his cake and eating it too. Hey, listen, he every dude dream. That's what he is. He's every dude a role model. He who
Facts.
we aspire to be like. So
I hate that, but it's true. So, okay, when it comes down to monogamy, first off, let's talk biologically. I think that men biologically are programmed to mate with more than just one. Now, I know that men are also programmed to, procreate, as women are as well. And I think that men, they have that desirability to procreate, but then they also have that desirability to just have sex just because. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think us women do too. But the issue, and I think the big difference here is you guys are more activated by your biological predispositions. We are activated by our emotions. And I think that for us women, I said this to Jason earlier, I'll give you 30 to 60 business days. After that, I'm going to catch feelings for you, unfortunately. And I don't love that for me. I don't love that for us women, but that's just how we are. We're emotional creatures. You and I have talked about this before in depth. Women are emotional beings. And so I think for us, when you think about being polyamorous, I don't know how many humans can handle having emotions for multiple people at a time. Like, that's a lot to keep track of, you know? Like, I don't think I could love two men at the same time, but I think I could hang out with two men at the same time.
Well, and I could love a girl and still kick it with another girl.
Right.
But however, I think that it's up to the relationship. It's up to the couple to set those standards.
Right.
Because it's like, bro, if we together and we both saying, hey, listen, I like you, you like me, but we can still do what we want to do, I don't see nothing wrong with that. The problem come in if y'all make the agreement, the commitment to be monogamous, that it's just going to be me and you, and then you go out and do this stuff anyway.
Right.
That's really where the problem come in.
No, I agree. By the way, so like I honestly, I've been doing a lot of research about this because I really wanted to understand where it comes from. Jason and I were discussing, likelier than not, at least in our society, it stems from religion. Because unfortunately, there is no concrete, this is where it comes from. It's an evolved thought, you know? But not only religion, I also read that, so the science of monogamy, we're going to go there, from an evolutionary perspective, suggests that monogamy likely evolved in species where males could benefit from guarding and supporting a single female, ensuring paternity certainty and increasing the chances of successfully raising offspring. So basically, to break that down into simpler terms, men, the reason why monogamy was a thing is because in past years, I know that now having sex like in high school, sometimes earlier, it's the norm for some. I'm not saying for all. It wasn't always the norm, believe it or not. And again, this goes to religion. A lot of people felt like I can't have sex until I get married. So what am I going to do as soon as I graduate high school? I'm going to get married so I can have sex, okay? But with that, in the olden days, and that let's say 100 years ago, probably even dating further back, a lot of men viewed it as, okay, I need to take care of this woman. I need to ensure that, I'm going to be able to procreate. Therefore, I am going to be monogamous with this one being because it's almost like a certainty in life. You're certain to have that life partner. You're certain to have those offspring. You're certain to have that partnership, if you will. That's kind of where they say like the science of monogamy stems from, besides the religion of it all. However, there are other things that influence that, of course. Hormones, for us, technology. And I was telling Jason that I was listening to this podcast, and the podcast referred me to a blog post from 2017, was written by a man, by the way. And in it, they said, in our lifetime, it's going to become close to impossible to be monogamous because of technology. So I'm like, why, podcast host? And he said that the reason why is because technology is likely going to evolve to a point where cheating is not going to be possible. And cheating for a lot of individuals is second nature, because what is cheating? Some people say if you're married, then if you are with another person, that's cheating. If you're single, as in legally single, there's no such thing as cheating because you're legally single. And exactly, it's subjective. It depends on the person. I don't agree with that, but I'm just saying. So basically, he's saying cheating is a commonplace thing. A lot of people do it. It's the norm for some. And so basically, he's saying technology is going to evolve to a point where you're not going to be able to get away with that. Therefore, monogamy will be impossible because people are going to realize, oh, I can't even pretend that I'm monogamous because you're going to find out immediately if I cheat on you. I want to know if y'all agree that monogamy is going to become impossible as technology evolves because more people than not aren't actually monogamous, even though they say that they are. Let us know in the comments if you agree. Personally, I disagree. I don't think that there's that many people out there cheating, but it makes me wonder, are there that many people out there cheating? And I'm going to ask you, a man, about that. And I want you to be honest. Because, again, this was written by a man. I know you don't want to give away all secrets, and that's fine. But tell me if I'm wrong, Jason. Like, are people really cheating more than we realize?
Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, that's just a fact of life. That's just a fact of life. Like, you got to understand, especially you coming from, like, a dude now. When you get ready to settle down, the cheating, all that got to go out the window. I think that should just be in your younger years. You're getting the wild side out. You're having your little fun. Boom, boom, boom. But once stuff start getting serious and it's time to lock down, I think that you got to put that cheating stuff aside. But no, yeah, people cheat. I'm not gonna lie. People cheat. Like, people, like, you got a girl or you got a dude, and you somewhere you see another, especially if they come to you, it make it a little harder to resist it if they come into you.
Yeah.
Like, and then especially if they cool with keeping it low too, you like, oh, I'm chilling. Like, we all good. So people cheat, but I don't think that's gonna make it impossible, because I think half of the world is cheating, but the other half is serious about just wanting one person.
Okay. I heard this phrase that said, men are dumb, but women are insane. And so basically it said men are dumb and will always get caught cheating at some point. And that was interesting to me because I'm like, what is cheating? And is cheating like, Jason, you're in a relationship. Let's say y'all been dating for 2 years. You're in, Punta Cana with your friends, and you see somebody and it's giving one night say, yeah, we
Oh, that's cheating.
That's cheating.
Oh, that's flat out cheating.
Is it cheating?
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. I knew that. I just want to.
Hey, that is
I'm
no.
like, well, no, I'm just kidding. Okay. So then, what about if you make out with somebody in a club?
Cheating.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man. Because I know people who only consider cheating like when feelings are involved. Like if you just banging just to bang it out and, get yours for the night. Really?
That's all that cheating. You better not do nothing with that dude. You don't even touch that dude. I don't even know what that dude. Are you kidding me? I don't care if y'all sitting here sending flirty texts.
Yeah.
Cheating.
Do you think that our society would be able to operate the way it currently does if we did away with monogamy? Like, let's say, like, I think polygamy might be legal some places.
Somewhere it is, yeah.
For sure, somewhere. But, like, let's say you could marry multiple partners legally. Do you think it would better society?
I don't think so.
No? Why not?
Well, I mean, if you're looking at it right now, you got either a monogamous relationship or you got single people. I just feel like if one dude is having all these, like, wives, well, let me think about this. Because there are more women than men in America. You feel what I'm saying? So there's not a man for every single woman, one man for every single woman anyway.
Right.
I just feel like it'll just get too much. If every dude is out here and got multiple wives, I just feel like that just get too much. Because now, are you going to be mad? So if I got 3 wives, am I going to be mad if a couple of my wives go out and mess with other dudes? Like, can my wives, quote unquote, cheat on me? Like, do my wives have to be low? I'm not cool with. No, if I got a wife, my wife is not cheating on me. I don't care how many wives I got. So that's why.
What?
That's why we need to just stick to. That's why America needs to just stick to the 1v1, the monogamy, because that's not gonna happen.
Wait, what? Is it even cheating if you have multiple wives? Like, what?
If y'all agree to be my wife, this is my wife. We are locked in. There's nobody else. It's just me and my wives. That's it.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
No external interference, none of that.
Yeah. Okay, one of the questions that a lot of people ask when it comes to monogamy and whether it's natural or not is, okay, but like the science of monogamy and the history of it is like that animals, they mate and they're with multiple different.
Look at the ape community.
Sorry, but like, okay, let's say you find a box with 2 spiders in it, and one is male and one is female. And let's say they're brothers or cousins. those spiders don't know that their brothers or siblings or cousins. You feel me?
Exactly.
I don't know if gorillas know. And I'm not trying to be mean because I love gorillas.
No, I don't think they know, though.
And that's my point. We know what we're doing. They don't necessarily know. And so I think that when people try to have the argument, oh, well, humans are the only mammals that are monogamous. But the other mammals don't know what they're doing. They're just operating based on biology.
Just instinct.
I
didn't think about our consciousness. Like, other animals don't have that.
Correct. Like, if we lived in Jerusalem AD, sure, maybe. But, like, we know so much. You know what I mean? We've grown so much as a society. But I hate the thought, going back to what you said earlier, I hate the thought that we've been programmed to believe this. Because I'm serious, Jason. Like, I hover the fence of, like, monogamy. I am single. Technically, I can date multiple men. And I do date multiple men. But I've had guys say to me, if you're having sex with someone else, you need to tell me because we will not be doing that. Like, men don't like when you are intimate with another man.
I don't want you. I mean, personally, I don't even want you going on a date with another man. But, however, if that's gonna rock your boat, if that's what you want to do,
even if we're just dating, you don't want her going on another date with a guy. Are you serious?
she gonna do it. But of course, I might feel something. If I like the girl, I'm gonna feel something like you giving this dude attention, and like, man, you might end up with him.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't like that.
But she's sowing her oats. She got to see what oat grows. You feel me?
Oh, I feel it. I remember like this one girl I was talking to. She was like, women, as a woman, you can't put all your eggs in one basket. And I'm like, hey, listen, you better go all for it. If you want me, you better go all for it, girl.
I love that. Well, and this is the thing too. Something that I saw when looking at the different like factors that shape monogamy, because again, it has evolved, it's grown obviously as a society. I keep coming back to technology, but like to me, that's the most obvious thing that has changed so much over the time. Resource scarcity. When resources are limited, males may find it more beneficial to focus on providing for a single female and her offspring rather than trying to access multiple mates.
Girl's expensive.
Really?
Oh my God.
Not us.
Dog, it's crazy. Like, cause I was in a relationship for a long time, so I was chilling. After I got out the relationship, I started talking to these girls. My money started. I'm like, Jesus, what's going on right now? Because, dog, girls expensive.
First off, you need to talk to your government about that. That ain't got nothing to do with us, okay? It's not our fault. It's not our fault. We would do anything for this economy to come back down. You feel me? But it is inflation is a thing. But you're right, and it's funny because the thought of a man being with just one woman because of money, like that's real, but that's how y'all think, and it's just so funny to me because I'm like, just do what you want to do. But men are the type where they're like, nah, but do what makes sense because my pockets are a little thin right now,
Exactly.
you know? But then what if you're unhappy?
Oh, no, happiness first. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay.
Like, happiness go beyond all of that. That's the main goal. If I'm not happy, I'm not staying in no relationship, no situationship, no none of that. If I'm not happy in it, I ain't putting up with that.
That's fair.
I learned from it, though. So you got to understand I was in a relationship from 7th grade to sophomore year of college.
Oh,
so,
wow.
like, I had a lot of learning experience. I ain't putting up with that no more.
I get that. Okay, one more I want to hit you with. They say social dynamics, that's another factor that may contribute to the evolution of monogamy. In some social groups, monogamy may be favored to reduce conflict between males competing for mates. So basically they're saying, if we're all monogamous, then we ain't got to fight over the same woman.
Because we can go and get multiple.
But they're saying we're monogamous so that we're not trying to date multiple because chances are at some point we're going to intertwine. But again, these are just like theories or factors that they say may have contributed to why we've now evolved to this point of monogamy. As in 200, 300 years ago, monogamy probably wasn't so much a thing as it is now. But societally, you and I have talked about how, you know, the American dream is to settle down and get a wife and kids and have a home and all this stuff. But they're saying that the resource scarcity, the social dynamics, those are things that probably played a huge role in that, and not necessarily just society telling us this is what you should do. But they're saying like it's been like an evolved concept that
I was about to say evolution, basically.
evolution, but that primarily stems, from men in the way that y'all think. So they're saying that men are controlling the monogamy or polygamy type dynamics. And I'm here to say that that shouldn't be the case. I kind of hate that because, again, I go a little bit between the two. Like, I could see that's why people get married multiple times, okay? They say your first wife is for this, your second wife is for that, your third wife is the one that you go and have fun with, in retirement. And I kind of believe in that. Like, I'm 33 and I've never been married, so I hope that when I get married, it's the one and only. But I kind of could see myself, like, maybe not getting married and just, like, I don't know, just having a guy on this coast and then a guy on that coast. But if we're all happy, like, what?
Y'all chilling.
We're chilling. What's wrong with that? But guys, let me know. What do you think? Do y'all think that it's acceptable? As in, like, do you think society would really accept it if the woman was the one that was dictating whether or not you were monogamous in a relationship? Because I think we should really get into that, Jason. Men really do control that dynamic. I think
the reason why I think we do, though, is
Why?
honestly just the ability to procreate. We can procreate for the rest of our life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we can literally. So it's like, I can be 70 years old and having babies and stuff and still bringing it. Because at the end of the day, our nature is to procreate. Like, that's whether we realize it or not, it's all subconscious. But like like what people want to do, most people, not everybody. 'Cause some people don't want kids,
Right.
but a lot of people want to procreate. And the fact that men can do it forever until they gone, I think that's another reason why we control that dynamic.
That's fair. I get that. Well, I want to ask you, first off, Jason asked this question. I think it's a really good question. Do you think it is wrong to want the perfect partner? And I love that question because I think social media has pretty much destroyed any and every idea of who you should end up with because it changes on the daily. And I think, honestly, Jason, when I say technology, I'm kind of referring to social media in like, that's part of why my thought process has evolved when it comes to monogamy because, yeah, social media has introduced me to so many different types of men that, like, I'm like, so I don't have to settle for what I'm seeing over here, down the street. And no disrespect to men in Milwaukee, because I travel too. Like, it's not even just about that, but I'm saying, like, we're able to see men from around the globe now, thanks to social media. And, now that I'm seeing what men in Morocco are doing, I'm like, I don't know about these American men anymore. So, yeah, I want to ask you that because I think it's a great question that you posed. Do you think it is wrong to want the perfect partner? And going off of that, what is the perfect partner? Like, what does that even mean?
That's what I was about to say. There's no such thing. What is a perfect partner?
Right.
Like you have to find somebody, and then y'all slowly get to know each other. Y'all kinks, y'all like what y'all don't like, what y'all do like, y'all pet peeves, and then y'all learn to. I don't want to say tolerate it, but you learn to tolerate it, and then you learn. Okay, I really like this person, so okay, I'm gonna love them for what they are. Now, if you saying the perfect person is like if you love somebody for their imperfections, that could be a perfect partner. Like if you just accepting them for what they are and who they are, then they could be perfect to you. But this idealized version that social media, this character that social media put out, and I also think that social media is bad. Like it's bad when it comes to that. The grass is always greener mentality. Thinking that there's so many options out here when. And social media can be an illusion of options. Like, yeah, you seeing all of these people,
Facts.
but how you know these people want you? You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it's an illusion of options as well. I think social media has been detrimental to relationships. Personally, I wish social media, it's impossible because you can't have social media without talking about it. But if we didn't have social media and if we had it and we weren't talking about this relationship stuff, I think stuff would be different. Because especially my generation, these girls is brainwashed from social media, from the social media memes and the quotes. They think that this is real life.
I know. But y'all think it's real life.
I know we do too.
I was going to say, us women, we'll show y'all a snapshot and y'all think that's the real thing. You feel me? No, but I'm the type where I always put what's real on social media. But that being said, Jason, just because I put what's real doesn't mean what I'm putting out there is all that there is to my life. Like, there's more to my life
This
than
is what you're showing.
Exactly. So, like, even if you are being real with your content, you're not showing your full life. But I personally feel like historically, women have had higher dating standards than men. I actually think that's flipped now because of social media. I think men have significant, like I'm talking skyrocket standards when it comes to dating. And I think that is because of social media. I think because y'all have now been exposed to so much. And there are so many women who are willing to just, I mean, I'm talking change everything about themselves to appease a man. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your thing, let's be honest. Not necessarily right now, but like typically I dress for the male gaze and I'm honest about that. Whatever. It is what it
Well,
is.
that's what it is.
It's
Like,
fine. But I think that with social media, because y'all have been so, I don't know, just like introduced to all these different variations of woman. And I think women are so beautiful. I really do. But like a lot of women do things that are just so unrealistic. We do a lot of photoshopping. We do a lot of editing. We show off things that maybe aren't always obtainable to all women because let's be honest, women can be competitive and catty and you like to show things that you have that others don't. It just becomes a whole thing. And my point in saying that, I think that it's now made it so that men's dating standards have gone through the roof to a point where it's like, how do you even compete with that? Do y'all think that men have higher dating standards than women? And obviously, we're talking more in a generalization, but I think it used to be the women having the higher standards. Now I think it's the men that do. Let us know in the comments what you think about that. But what about you? Like, has social media changed your dating standards at all?
I got high standards for like a real relationship. If we just talking, kicking it, cool. But if I'm gonna get in a relationship with you, I got super high standards. And I never thought about social media playing a role in it. I'm not gonna lie, but I think maybe subconsciously it has. I don't think I never went in consciously like, I'm seeing all these girls, boom, boom, boom. But I think that men dating standards has risen. I think men just got better overall. I think we just evolved. I think we got smarter. I think we got wiser. I think we understand the stuff for what it is at a higher clip than we was back in the day. So our dating standards are high, but I don't think nothing wrong with that. It ain't nothing wrong with that. However, I do believe that men should, we talked about this before, men should still be the chaser. Like, I prefer to chase the girl.
Yeah.
Like, if a girl blowing me up and like, man, it's just something that turn me off or they push me away.
Yeah.
But when I'm chasing and and I'm getting the girl, it's something about being the pursuer.
Right.
And I think that is a man's like natural place.
Right. No, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Do y'all think, though, that it's possible, we talk about the social media of it all and all the different outside influences. Do you think it's possible for us to find that balance or exist in a world where natural instincts and, I don't even know what to call it, but like, yeah, I guess influence. Let's just say influence in general. And that could be society, social media, whatever it may be. But like, do you think that natural instinct and influence can exist in a cohesive manner? Like, is that possible? Because my genuine fear is that we're going to just become more unhappy and depressed and sad because I think that society used to be where people just stayed in loveless marriages because they felt like they needed to. And so I respect the idea that people know like, that doesn't have to be my only option, or like, I can explore other avenues. Like, I love that. But is it possible to have both? It's giving like you want to have your cake and eat it too. Like, men, your natural instinct is to procreate and to mate and to do these things. But like, if you want to do that with multiple women, but you want to also be with a woman who is going to hold you down and take care of you, that woman's probably not going to put up with that. So like, how do you exist in a world where both are living? And I think it's a very real thing that they both do exist in our current society. And I think they always will, because I think natural human instinct will always be in us, but then influence is always going to be around. So like, is that possible to have both? Let us know in the comments. What do you think?
I think it's a matter of honestly trying to control your instincts, which is tough because it's just like if you come into a relationship and y'all have that agreement, I just feel like you have to stay committed to that. Like, because if you don't stay committed to that, it's going to be obviously problems go arise. So I think it's up to the people in a relationship to control their desires and really think long term, like, okay, this is my person. I'm with them. Of course, temptation is real. Temptation is going to happen. Like, that's natural. Like, that's instinctive. However, I think it's up to the person to be like, okay, think twice.
Yeah.
Like Jackson said, think twice. I'm just saying, think twice before you commit the act or do whatever you about to do. Think about your future, the person that you would, the
Right.
love of your life or whatever, your kids and stuff like that. So I think they can. I think that they both exist.
Yeah.
However, I don't think that they can coexist. I think that you have to control your
One or the other.
instincts. And if that's what you want. Now, if you want to just be out here doing what you
Yeah.
do, let your instincts run wild.
Right.
But if you making that commitment to be influenced, to be in a relationship, monogamous, this is my girl, you got to control your instincts.
What if I meet a man and I'm like, man, he would be a really good father to my children? And what if we procreate and we have some kids and do the thing? And then I say, all right, thank you. That was so nice. I appreciate you. Good luck in your endeavors. Like, what about doing something like that where you are doing a little bit of both, where like my natural instinct is I want to be a mom. I want to procreate. I'm just saying. And then I can still go over here and I can go have fun with this guy whom, I mean, sorry, I don't think you'd be a very good dad, but we're going to have a lot of fun together. Like, what do you think about something like that?
No, that's cool just because y'all had that agreement. So it's like y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all didn't come into the situation like we go be together, we go have this baby, we go raise this baby together, and it's us and the baby, like we a family.
Right.
If you going in like, hey, listen, this is a deal. Me and you, we go have this baby, we go raise this kid, but we ain't together.
Right.
Oh no, that's all fine.
Right.
It is nothing wrong with that.
I kind of worry about that though, Jason. I'm not gonna lie, because I've thought about. I'm so serious because I'm 33. I want kids. I can't wait to have kids. And I'm getting to a point where I'm gonna have a geriatric pregnancy, and I hope I don't. But it doesn't matter as long as the baby is healthy. But like I've been thinking about that. I'm like, what if I just like go have a kid with somebody? Like, oh well. I mean,
it's still gonna be your baby. It's not like I think that we again been so programmed for this family. Like we want this just perfect family, husband, wife, kids, big. We just want all this. That's just not, it's just not reality for everybody. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, having your kid, that's still your kid. Like that's still your baby.
I agree. No, I totally agree. I wish that like divorce wasn't so taboo, or it just the thought of being with somebody for a season. Because I do think that a lot of relationships are more seasonal. And like, you know, this is the season of my life that I'm in. You make sense. You fit in this. That was great. I'll see you later. Chapter closed. Let's move on to the next. Like I wish that was more normalized, because I feel like when you see a pregnancy announcement, one of the first things people do, look at that hand to see if there's a wedding ring on it. Who cares if that person is married? They're bringing a life into this world. And I wish, you know, you talk about the social media of it all, and I guess that's where you have to, you know, limit what you put out there. But like, I would be afraid as a public figure, genuinely, I would be afraid to just like up and have a child, because I feel like it would come with like so much, I don't know, like people would just like judge me.
No, I feel that. But forget that judgment. I'm not gonna lie to you, because who cares? I don't care about what you thinking about my life and what I got going on or what I'm doing. Like this is my situation. This is what I feel like doing. But I do think obviously social media is very judgmental and they quick to hop on. And like the marriage, that another thing that stems from religion, or like not having kids out of wedlock and stuff, or what is it? Having kids out of wedlock, one of them.
Yeah,
that's another thing that stemmed from like religion, and that wasn't always around. You mean to tell me that back in the day everybody was getting married, people were signing contracts? No.
Right. And like the God that I worship, I think he loves all his people. I don't think he puts stipulations on his love. You know what I mean?
Oh, you had a baby without getting married. Oh, I don't love you anymore. What do you mean? Like, you made me. Like,
right. Come on. Yeah, no, I agree with you. And let's be honest, a lot of what we read in religion, it was written by somebody. You know what I'm saying? Last question I have for y'all and for you as well, Jason. Does one person for life make sense in today's society? I think it depends what age you're at. I think if I met the love of my life today, I could, because I've had my fun, I've dated, I've experienced whatever I've experienced. I'd be fine with that. But I think depending on where people are in their lives, that question is going to vary. What about for you?
Yeah, without question. Without question. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I told you back here, like whether, I don't know if it's from being programmed or influenced, but in my head, I do picture me, one girl, kids, that's it. We chilling. Like, and I think that, listen, I wonder why. Maybe it is a security aspect of it. I do like the security. You said that, and I didn't think about that.
It's true.
But it's that certainty of knowing, like, this is my family. Like, this is the little tribe. We are tribal creatures regardless.
Yeah.
So, like, this is my tribe, and this is what it is. So, yeah, without question.
Well, I agree with you, Jason, and you make a great point saying we're tribal. We're not. I don't think we're meant to be alone.
No.
you know?
Social creatures.
Correct. And I think that that's partially why people have children. I'm not saying they just have kids just to have somebody to hang out with, but like, I mean, it's part of it. You want to have family, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I agree with you. I think a big part of monogamy is the security, is the assurance that you're going to have that partner for life, but it still doesn't assure that. There is no, you know what
There's
I'm
a lot
saying?
of faith involved.
A lot of faith and a lot of luck and just like circumstance and happenstance. Like so many things happen that can change in the, blink of an eye. You know what I mean? Let us know what y'all think about monogamy. Do you think that it is something that still makes sense in our society? There was a quote that I saw before when I was doing my research that said it's going to get to a point in our lifetime, the one we're living right now, where it is going to be almost impossible to stay monogamous because technology is going to make it so. Do you agree with that? I mean, monogamy, it's a very complex subject. I know that. A lot of biological and a lot of societal things that go into play there and so many other things. But I think at the end of the day, do what's best for you. And I think communication is key. I don't believe in cheating. I don't believe in being shady. I really don't. And I think if you're somebody who doesn't believe in monogamy, that's fine. But make sure you tell your partners that. You don't want to be that person that's just, I don't know. You don't want to make
It's
somebody
all
feel
about the
bad.
agreements.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that.
See, that's what it's all about, agreements.
100%. I appreciate y'all so much. Let us know what y'all thought about this conversation. Are you somebody who could be with one individual for the rest of your life? Think about where you are right now in your life. Could you be with just one human? I think I could, but I think I'd also be happy if there were multiple men because, hey, depending on the day, we may want to do something different. And not every man is down to do those different things, but that's another conversation for a different day. Really appreciate you guys so much for tuning in always. Appreciate you always, Jason. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you next week. And if you're monogamous, have fun. And if you're not, have even more fun. Bye, guys.